Still struggling with complex navigation in SwiftUI? You're doing it the hard way. Learn how the coordinator pattern makes it easy with Async, Await, and MVVM. The app we will create will enable the user to navigate to different views using the coordinator pattern as seen on the screen. If I click on the Show Users button, it will populate the list with the user's payload. If I click on Show Products, it populates the list with the product's payload. Clicking on Orders, it populates the list with the orders payload. So this is the app feature that we will create in this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe for more Swift and SwiftUI tutorials. In this tutorial, we will create the user list view model and the user list view. The purpose of the user list view model is to retrieve the data from the network manager, and then the user list view model will then populate the data so that it can be used within the user list view. So the first thing we need to do is to create a new Swift file called user list view model. User list view model. Import SwiftUI. At main actor. Class user list view model. Observable object to detect any changes within the class. At publish by users. User create an array of users. At publish bar is loading. Equals false. At publish bar error string optional. That will detect if there's an error or not. As you can see, similar to the other view models that we created. Func fetch users. We will be creating on the course. The application includes 3 buttons on the main menu, which are Create To-Dos, List All To-Dos, or To-Do Stats. Clicking on Create To-Dos enables the user to add a new to-do. For example, I'll create one right now. The to-do is to collect relative from airport. Master core data and build real apps like to-do lists with notifications, pie charts, and address lookup. Learn advanced SwiftUI techniques and gain the skills to create professional apps. Join now and start your journey. The next thing we need to do is to create a asynchronous task. to perform the network request using async. Wait, is loading equals true. Need a do block. Let data equals try. Await. Network manager shared. Fetch data. So the purpose of lines 28 is to return an API response that includes the objects within the JSON payload. Users equals data.users. Patch self.error. Failed to load users. Error.localize description. Since we have now completed the network request, we can set is loading to false. I'll just compile it. Compiled. So the next thing we need to do is to create our user list view. So we need to create a new SwiftUI view. Name the file user list view. Similar to the previous view that we created in the previous tutorial. So the first thing we need to do is let's see if the preview will work, because most times it doesn't work on my Mac. So I'll just try it now. So call it mock view model equals user list view model. Create a new instance of that, and then pass the view model. And we need to create that first on lines 10 at observable object bar view model user list view model. And now let's see if it will load the preview. It should just display hello world at the moment. But as I said, most times on my Mac it takes such a long time to display the view within the preview. That's why I don't really use it at the moment. Whilst it's trying to display the preview, let's just continue to type the rest of the code. So what do we need now? After line 13, we need a list to display the elements of the view model to display the users. So we need to go for the users array, user in, within the closure, cut that text element, put it on line 16, user.name to display the user's name within the list. So as you can see, the preview is not being displayed. It's really slow. Dot on the pair if view model dot users is empty, so what that does, it will fetch the users only if they haven't been loaded as yet. Then view model dot fetch users, and then we need, it's displaying it now, and then we need navigation bar title, which is called users. Make the preview a bit smaller, make it fit in the window a bit better. The navigation bar title is on the wrong line, so that should be after lines 23. And then we just add our overlay that we added in the previous tutorial. Really, all of this should be reusable because this code has been duplicated. Progress, view, should be progress, view, loading. So it just shows loading to the user as a caption, so that the user knows that there's something going on or they need to wait for something. And this will show any errors that has happened. Text error, show the actual error in the red font color. And then navigation bar title. I don't know why it doesn't like that. Let's type it again. Navigation bar title. That looks correct. Don't know why it doesn't like it. Let me just comment it out and try to compile it with them. I must have missed out a bracket somewhere. So let's try to fix that. But it seems like the problem is to do with the foreground color. That should be red and not read. So it happened to the OBS. I don't know where the Xcode IDE has gone. Xcode just exited, it just crashed. So I think the issue is to do line 36. That should be red and not read. So let's compile it again. It's working. In the next tutorial, we will implement the app coordinator class, which is the central point for switching between different screens within the application. Don't forget to subscribe